I'm Reverend Damon Lynch, Jr.
Okay. And what is your affiliation with Robert O'Neill?
Robert O'Neill, my affiliation with him is, I knew him as a young man, and I know the whole family, the O'Neill family, very close, especially with Russo, one of the brothers, and with the daddy. I'm a minister, and there's a lot of ministers in the O'Neill family, and great church workers. But when I met Robert, he was doing theatrics and all kinds of things with the cameras, and I was impressed with what he was doing. And we had a lot of art going on in Cincinnati, and he was in the forefront of a lot of those things. And so that's how I met him and appreciated his work.
Nice. Tell me about your affiliation with the West End.
My affiliation with the West End is that whenever we would go downtown, we would go to the Regal. I love the hot dogs. I love the popcorn, of course. And I'm from Lincoln Heights. And we only had one show in Lincoln Heights, and it closed. And when that show closed, we found ourselves going to the Regal, to the State, even to the Dixie. And it was normally on the weekends. And back in the day, they used to run chapters, you know, Superman or Captain Marvel or Batman and Robin and Captain Video, stuff like that. And that's where I would always see Robert. But I would see Robert mostly down on Vine Street, downtown. And when he opened his shop, we helped him get open, and for a long time, that was a place to go, and I sent a lot of my children under him. The Arts Consortium down on Lynch Street was a big thing for us who came from Lincoln Heights. When I became pastor of the church, I made sure that arts were part of our church in terms of my ministry. So Robert was very instrumental in that.
Okay. So we're opening this new center. What do you think? Why do you think Cincinnati needs a Black-led art center, a cultural arts center? Why do we need that in Cincinnati?
Well, wherever black people are, black people need to be represented for who they are, from whence they have come. And I'm a proponent of black everything, because we're here and we're here to stay. And so therefore we need to have things that identify us so that the whole culture, white, black, Asian, all that can come together and see what we do. We have a rich culture. We have a rich history in the arts. Matter of fact, I don't think there would have been much art if it hadn't been for us. A lot of what we did was stolen back during the days, and people took it and made it their own, but it came from the brains, the minds, and the talents of our people. And so that's why I feel that the Regal should be a staple. As a Charles and all of the things that was great in Cincinnati, they need to be magnified and made to be alive for the youngsters who are coming behind us can realize that they too can achieve.
Mm-hmm. So if you could share something with a young artist of color, what would you say to them? Some words of advice for them?
I would tell them they can become Isley Brothers. I grew up with the Isley Brothers. We used to have what we call Jabberwocks here. We would have every year, and we would win the Jabberwock. They're displaying now a play at the Playhouse in the Park, a one production man play, Little Willie John, right here in Cincinnati. The old King Records produced so many people, a la James Brown and all of those people. And the whole of America needs to know that Cincinnati is a place. We were the drop-off place historically. When we came across that river, we were supposed to have been free, so we set up. There was a black town here called Bucktown years ago that was very prominent in Cincinnati. And so, but you know, with a lot of things about racism and how people treated us, a lot of that was torn down. But we need to rebuild and let folk know that we're still here and we still have talented people doing some tremendous things, such as yourself.
Thank you so much.
But you can
sir.
dice and slice now. I mean, I know
That
you
was
do that.
awesome.